Let's now bring in a lawyer, a philanthropist, and a candidate of the SDP, Dr. Obinna Uzoh. Thank you so much, Doc, for joining us tonight on the program.
Thank you, Shane.
You are running for office too. You think you are the best man for the job?
Yeah, I know I'm the best man for the job, and I believe my people know I'm the best man for the job. I'm a teacher, a lawyer, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a farmer, so many things into one. And I've been in the system for over 3 decades. I've assisted a lot of people in my philanthropy. I built schools, hostels, churches for all denominations, giving scholarship to a lot of people, done a lot of things to uplift the less privileged. Built houses for people less privileged, a lot of things I've done. It's difficult to be counted.
Is it because of your philanthropy that you have been knighted in the Catholic Church?
Yeah, before you're knighted, it must be for several other things you've done. A lot of the denominations have given me various honors for things I've done across board because my philanthropy knows no bounds. And then the Pope found it worthy, it's almost 10 years now, that the Pope found it worthy to give me the highest honor, the highest award, honor that can be given to a Catholic in the world. And that is Knight of St. Gregory the Great.
So is that one of the things that you're telling voters, that if Pope recognized me, I can be the governor? Or what makes you think that you're the best man for the job?
Yeah, I know my people also know I'm the best man for the job because of the things I've done. If I've done this across border, education, agriculture, assistance to so many people, as a person, as an individual, I've not held any public office before, and I've achieved this much, giving transformers to people, building roads, water boreholes, a lot of infrastructures, a lot of things, sending people on scholarships for over 3 decades. You can be sure that if I get into government, I can have a wider opportunity to assist more people. Because in life, I was born as a philanthropist, for philanthropy. I started assisting people even from my primary school days. I assist people with the little pocket money I have for their school fees. In secondary school, it was same. In the university, it was same. And my people in Anambra know that, know the stuff I am made of. So let it not look like, but then, yes, it's ideal to mention these things. I lost my parents on time as a young person, 1982. And I took it up from there, went into business, and then from there went to University of Lagos to study law, and went to Nigerian Law School, called to bar. I'm a senior lawyer, at least over 21 years called at the bar, even though I went as adult education. And a lot of my colleagues in the school are with me in this race. A lot of the people I've assisted in life, a lot of people who went through my scholarship are with me in this race. So I'm getting a lot of things, free from people I've assisted.
Philanthropy is a different kettle of fish. We've seen a lot of philanthropists that run for office and they failed. Yeah. They may have been successful in philanthropy and private businesses, but running for public office is a different kettle of fish altogether. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be asking you, Dr. Uzoh, on how you hope to govern Anambra State should your people vote for you in the 21 local government areas. And that's going to be in another 10 or 11 days as we look ahead. We'll take a breather, and when we come back, the SDP candidate with the insignia of horse, how far can they run in this race? We'll find out after the break. Join us again. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Dr. Obinna Uzoh is a candidate of the SDP in the Anambra governorship election and is here tonight speaking to us about the manifesto of his party and the agenda of Uzoh in this race. So, you're talking about your philanthropy. I've allowed you to speak to the people. They wanted to know who you are. Now you've spoken. They know you lost your parents at a very early stage in life. They know how you struggled through school. They know what your achievements are. But what they are concerned with right now is, at this moment, who will be the leader or the governor of Anambra State? And if you're going to be the man they will vote for, what ideas do you have? What concept are you bringing to the table differently from what we have seen? Let's start with the issue of the economy. What are your ideas to change the economy around?
Thank you, Shan, for the question. I can tell you that this is not my first experience. The first time I ran for governor of Anambra State was in 2003. I ran against Mr. Peter Obi, Senator Chris Ngige, Chief George Mogalu, and then former Governor Mbadinuju in 2003. So I've come of age in politics and then running for governor for my state. To turn around the economy of my state, I can bet you we have a lot of things on ground. There's something my colleagues have not been mentioning, but it's something that is huge for Anambra and for Nigeria as a whole. I want to help my people partner with the federal government of Nigeria and investors to complete the Onitsha River Port. That's going to be a huge assistance to my people and also to the people of the country.
What is the economics of that? How much will it cost and what will be generated? What is the possible benefit for the people?
Yes, I am coming, Jane. Second one is there's an untapped port in Anambra State. Osakwa Seaport is the deepest natural harbor in the whole of Nigeria. Osakwa Seaport is in Ihiala local government area. I am from Ihiala. It happens to be just at the back of my grandmom's place. That seaport is about over 20 meters deep, and it is about 18 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. That seaport, by the time, if by God's grace I get elected as the governor of Anambra State 6th November, and I am sworn in on 17th of March 2022, 17th of March happened to be my birthday. So I'm going to be celebrating the inauguration and the swearing-in ceremony. By the time this seaport is actualized, it will be creating over 2 million jobs.
How?
Now, this is direct and indirect. Most of the goods from China, from across the world, is coming in straight from the Atlantic Ocean. You know, Papa Wharf is not connected to the Atlantic Ocean. It's just like a river port. And that's why when it gets to a certain place, it's stopped and it's moved, transported by barges. But this one is coming straight from China, straight to Osakwa, because it's connected straight to Atlantic Ocean. So that, by the time, because these things is governance and ideas. If you have big ideas, you get in touch, you collaborate with the federal government, with investors, it gets matured.
Have you made an assessment of how much it will cost, the cost analysis?
Yes. We have the cost analysis. We've made analysis of cost analysis for that, for the completion of the Onitsha River Port. We have all that analysis is in my... It's in our manifesto, in our
How long will it take
blueprint.
Should you be elected, how long will it take you to complete that project?
Yeah, as soon as we get in. That's not the only project, but we hope that before 3-4 years, with the cooperation of the authorities and the investors, we could complete that project in less than 4 years. We also have other things. Economy, we have to bring in electricity. You can't do anything without electricity. So we partner with a transmission company of Nigeria, with Enugu Distribution Company, and various other power, like the current electricity issues that can come on board to provide electricity for my people. Anambra is an industrial hub.
How do you generate it?
You generate through the generating Gencos, that's the generating company.
Because the power problem has been on ground. So if you are bringing an idea,
yeah,
Nigerians want to hear what is different from what you are bringing from what we have on the ground.
Yeah, you cannot change unless the policy is there's
a law,
unless the law,
generation transmission.
Yeah, so. Unless the law is amended. What we have now is that the Gencos generate, the Transiscos transmit, and the Discos distribute. So when you are up and doing, and you understand this system, which I've been into, because we have Goku's Engineering, Goku's Oil and Group, Goku's Oil Services, and all that. So we've been into power since 1987. So if we use our experience and partner with these various authorities, we could get more power to my people.
Like how much more can you get from what you have on the ground?
Yeah, based on what you have on ground, you can get more. You can
estimated that you are hoping that you could get. Do you have a target?
Yeah. When we get on board, we will find out what exactly they are generating.
So you've not found out now. You don't know.
We have an idea. Like now, it fluctuates. Sometimes it's 2,000 megawatts. Sometimes it's 4,000 megawatts. But you have to negotiate, discuss, collaborate with the authorities to ensure that adequate power gets to your people. And that's not just that.
Okay.
Also on small and medium scale enterprises. You know, my people are commercial people, businessmen. If you assist a lot of our guys who are already in the marketplace, learning how to do this business, and those graduates who are coming out, you try to empower them with some funds to establish their own, like I've done for many youths, many young men. You will have lots of millionaires in Anambra.
On the issue of economy, there is an assembly plant in Anambra State.
Sure.
And people from your state have said that, look, to encourage local assembly plant, there should be policies to ensure that even in the state where it's from, that every vehicle that is used should be bought from that. Do you agree with that kind of school of thought?
Completely.
So what would you do? Do you have such a plan?
Yes. We have an assembly plant. We encourage more of our people to come establish more. And we patronize, and not just the state patronage. I'll go a step further to discuss, by the grace of God, if I'm elected, my colleagues, and then the federal government, to help my people, to help those, because it's not only Anambrarians. Okay. It's not only Anambra only that produce or manufacture or that are in Anambra.
Would every government official in your government be buying from locally manufactured?
Including myself, yes.
That's all you will do?
Sure.
All right. On a final, this is where we anchor on the issue of security. Do you identify with IPOB too?
Security is a general thing. You cannot limit it to IPOB.
What is a major threat on the ground now?
What is IPOB is an ideology.
Okay.
What is the ideology? People are looking at themselves that they are being marginalized. What is due to them is not being gotten. A lot of things. So there is a need. I always like to work on solutions by going to the root causes.
So what's your solution?
Find out what the grievances are, dialogue, discuss. You must always come to the round table no matter what. Dialogue, discuss, resolve the issues, and we make progress. Because why are people talking about Apple? But when people talk about IPOB, it's Biafra people are talking about. Because don't forget that you used to have Ralph Wazuluke who had Masop. He was also talking Biafra, and people were with him until somehow he calmed down, and then my brother Nnamdi Kanu got involved. It is the same Biafra our people are talking about, and they are talking about injustices. They are talking about not having enough opportunities like the other regions do. Like we have 5 states, other regions have 6 states. You come to maybe like education, Anambra State has to score maybe 350 over 400 to get admission, while other states probably will score 4 to get admission. So our people are saying, let there be some element of justice, equity, and fair play, so that we can see ourselves like now.
We're out of time, actually, Dr. Uzoh, and I wish you the very best in the race. You look to have some very good ideas, and I wish you the very best. Thank you so much for talking to me. As the SDP candidate in the governorship election in Anambra State, Dr. Obinna Uzoh. That's our show for today, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Okimale. Bye-bye.